Hello and welcome to a review of Lego Harry Potter Hagrid's Hut from 2010. This is the second version of Hagrid's Hut, maybe the third, but it was released in the, between the two major Harry Potter eras for Lego, 2001, the classic Yellowhead era, and the modern era of 2018, and it's an interesting set. It very much plays a lot like that original set from 2001, or 2002 it might have been. That original Hagrid's Hut was a fully enclosed space. It came with a lot of characters. I believe it was Harry, Ron, and Hagrid. I guess Hermione's new here. Also, yeah, I don't have Ron's head. I don't know. It has spiders in it. I think that's representing some scene, probably from the second or first movie. And yeah, it's enclosed. It has a fully enclosed roof. The original had a rubber band with a paper roof, which is something they did in a few of the sets there. But this is enclosed with bricks, and it looks okay. Let's just get into it. First, we have the minifigures. Very little to say here. We've got the golden trio, minus Ron's head and Hermione's hairpiece. And we've got Hagrid, which is a reuse of basically the same figure they used in 2001. This very weird design with molded fingers. I don't know how they updated it. I don't know if the molded fingers are still around. That'd be very cool. I love the print here. This is amazing. God, I wish I could remove these hands and make them not, tan hands, but because this would be such a fun thing to use for an original character that's not Hagrid, doesn't have to be him. And a weird face print that, is like that, so... Oh, there's a weird error on there. What is that? Huh, I guess there's like a printing error or something got on it, a weird line. Yeah, Hagrid, has the smile so it can actually fit through his giant beard, which is really charming. But yeah, this has been there for a while, and he's got, I think, like a firecracker and his crossbow, which I would only associate him with because he has it in the Lego video game. He also has a lantern, a brick-built lantern here. I'm not going to take it off. It's kind of stuck there. But yeah, lots of cool accessories for Hagrid, and he's a great, great figure. So weird and interesting. Before I get into the hut itself, which keeps opening, I'm going to look at the side build, which... it has some cool elements, but this thing is ugly. Oh my god. This is a print, and this is a print, which is great. But the prints themselves are so ugly. Oh my god. I'm just not a fan of this. It's just gross. It has a little bit of articulation here, but if you get rid of this, it looks so strange. I don't know. Like, if it's supposed to be silly, that's cool, but I feel like this is supposed to be realistic, because, you've got prints of, like, actual hair. It's a little cartoony. I'll give them that. The use of ninja swords as feet, or spider legs, is an inspired one, but they slip out very easily, and they bend a lot, Not very, very, non-ideal. Not a great side build, and the original set had this this is the original set, and this very weird spider section where it's like this very immature looking crappy build with them in it, but it's kind of charming in its own way because it's so low fidelity. But it's just kind of combat in a box. Weirdly enough, I'm noticing a lot of these Harry Potter sets, as in the Burrow as well. But yeah, it's in the side. It does its job. It's interesting how you can move the legs like this. They allow you to do that. That adds a lot more articulation to it, along with the legs, which are on ratchet joints. So it's not all bad, but these are good pieces. They're just not really good together. I don't know. Let's look at the hut itself, because this is a good thing. First, you've got this opening, which is very nice. I'm missing one tan nougat piece there, unfortunately. Gotta love the doors. It's just a nice entrance, lots of details. This sticker is pretty ugly. They use this in Kingdoms as well. I think it's the same sticker, as well as a tan version in Hogwarts Castle. Might have been used in other sets, but those are just the ones I know. And I think it's ugly, man. Oh, I miss the prints of the old castle sets. This is just not great in comparison. I don't know, man. Yeah, so there's that. And if we turn this thing around, we'll see, as I said before, it is fully enclosed, which is wonderful. There's lots of little stuff around, like little mystical things, like this amazing, amazing pumpkin piece that I love. I don't know where this came from. It might have been from a Lego game, but it's just so fun. I'm so glad to have multiple of these. You've got, we'll see later, this is a fireplace. It's actually a removable element. Just like that, you can take it out, which is interesting, but also kind of strange. It's like, okay. But it fits in there really nicely. I kind of like the space. I love when you can take stuff off of Lego sets. And yeah, we've got another door. It's about the same on this side. Got a nice window. It's an okay exterior. The old grays kind of work better for this, where it just looks... This just kind of looks like it's made of rocks. One big rock. It looks a lot less, you know, I don't know. It looks a lot less lived in, I guess. Just looks a bit, has that, you know, plasticky, I don't know how to explain it. I guess I'll explain it by saying that I loved that the old gray feels real and tangible in a way that new gray doesn't. And that's kind of the gist. It's a lot of gray. And there is some good sand green, but yeah, I don't know. So let's open this thing up. I think the way this thing opens up is really interesting and brilliant because, okay, let me just show it to you. You've got it like that. Boom. Now, this is super cool for a lot of reasons. One is it's kind of like the set is able to have its cake and eat it too, where you're kind of able to play in it, and, you know, make it bigger, but it can also exist as just a smaller, more compressed thing that looks good on all sides, where here it's good for play, and that's wonderful, you know? And inside his house, you have a bunch of gadgets, including a hidden compartment that has I think a letter. Yeah, one of these wonderful letters with a red stamp on it. Just lots of little details that I guess I'll go into. The first one is that there are weapons hanging from all the wall, which is interesting, including a key for the door and a chicken leg, which is pretty fun. If you look over here, we've got some potions hanging up and the fireplace that is removable, as I said before. Just take it out there. It is a light up brick, but this light up brick is a little old. So yeah, it is not lighting up anymore. Unfortunately, I don't know if there's a way to fix that. There might be, might not be. It's a tragedy. This interesting mechanism where it's on a rotating wheel and it's a big pot of soup, which feels very silly, but I kind of love that, especially from Hagrid. Another key right near the door, which makes sense. I guess I should mention this owl, which is supposed to be Hedwig. I have 2 of them now. It's printed, which is cool, but it's not amazing. It's just a printed owl. Here we have the secret compartment I showed. A sticker showing, I guess, Hagrid, maybe Hagrid in his younger days, before he was banned for being a wizard. I'm not very in with the Harry Potter lore, so I'm not sure. Hopefully that focused. But yeah, interesting sticker to put there. And a little plant. Just tons of fun little gadgets. And it really feels like, has that fun feel of the older Harry Potter sets, just brimming to life with little features. And while not as cool as something like the translucent spiders or the books from those older sets, it still captures the same feeling of whimsy. And the dollhouse nature is just so smart. Like, it's really fun for this set. I don't know. It just feels different from the other ones. Maybe not from Hogwarts or anything, but just having something that's more compressed, more detail-oriented, more just fun interiors. Because that's, you know, detailed interiors weren't done that much in LEGO sets back then. And the use of having these ratcheted joints for the roof is really good, because it makes it so you can have this very nice, clean opening while also being able to open it up, you know? It's just versatile, and that's great, because I feel like a lot of sets nowadays are weirdly unversatile. They're either, you know, purely for, like, children, or they're for, or they're collector's models or whatever. Or, you know, when it's in between, it always is more towards detail than it is towards play. Like, Star Wars sets aren't all for collectors, but, you know, there's not many crazy features or cool little gadgets in them, and I miss that. I think LEGO needs more play features, more weird ideas, more weird forms, because LEGO is so versatile as a medium. But I've said a lot of praise about this thing and a lot of criticism, but this one criticism is the biggest one, and it's the deal breaker, and that is that this set has a lot of brown pieces. What I mean by this is that brown pieces for a certain time, from 2006 to around 2018, they were brittle, they broke. And that meant, or after a little while, they didn't out of the gate break. It's something about the dyes they used. They didn't last. And because of that, the sets that use these brown pieces have, you know, an expiration date. They are going to break. The brown pieces were breaking while I was building it, including the door, which is a pretty specialized element. So that was a huge bummer. But it just sucks because it makes it so these sets, Lego is supposed to last forever, but these sets just don't. They break apart, you know. Maybe you can replace them with newer pieces. Most of these pieces are common, but like the door, it's like, how are you going to replace that? Do they keep making the door after this? Maybe they did for a little bit, but did they do it long enough to get past the brittle brown issue? I don't know. And yeah, it dampers the set. Not as much as the burrow, which I talked about previously, but it really just makes this set unappealing to me. And that's part of the reason I'm going to probably not, get rid of it. I'm probably going to sell it because I just don't like the prospect of a set that is going to break, you know? That's what Lego is supposed to be. Lego is supposed to be a company about that, you know, favors quality. Their pieces last forever. Every piece from the 60s and 50s is compatible with pieces today. But, you know, maybe they won't if they break, like here. To be fair, those older pieces had their own issues, especially blue, which was actually brittle, weirdly enough, in the same way. It's all about dies. But I guess that's all I have to say about this set. It's a good set, kind of. It's not necessary. I still think their old version is probably better. I don't own that one, but it's more charming from what I've seen. And the spider's so ugly. But yeah, good set. Has some very key problems, but it's a formidable effort. Thank you for watching, and I hope you had a good day.